I feel like at this point, a lot of you guys are like, he's never going to do it. He's never going to do the safety video. He's a liar. It's not happening. Here we go. The safety video. Okay, the purpose of this, hopefully it helps some of you guys out if you have an eloper, if you have a child that could essentially put themselves into danger because lack of understanding of things that are dangerous, or stimming behaviors, or, like elopement, for example, is not a stimming behavior, but it is a involuntary behavior sometimes. Sometimes it's to avoid certain things. Your kid will take off and run. So hopefully some of this stuff helps you out. Abigail has a lot of stimming behaviors, a lot of getting into things, a lot of sensory stuff that she gets into. So let's jump right into it. Ready?
Ready.
Okay. And I know a lot of you have asked about the pool. We'll cover that last, so stick around for that. So starting in Abby's room, of course, because she spends a lot of time in here. You know, she has her bed and her couch, and that's pretty much all she does in here.
Yeah.
But if we allowed her to get into more things could happen. So that's obvious. So if you notice, things are up high. Like everything's set up high.
She still gets to it.
She's climbing on top of her toy box to get to is what she's doing.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's not, they're not heavy trophies. They're like plastic, so it's not a big deal. But we do put stuff up high just to keep it a little bit out of her reach. Things are really well secured to the wall.
They are.
And that's the important thing. And we just don't want things to become a projectile.
Right.
So
Abby's windows have a kind of a double locking system. We have this right here where you have to push in and pull. And then if you were to get that undone, which she's not going to because she just doesn't do that kind of stuff. If you were, then we have this where it's going to stop the window from being open all the way.
And that's built into the windows. So you can only get these windows open about 2 inches. Yeah, so it's push button, turn, and then you have these locks that lock up. That's it. That's all she can open the window.
If she were to even get that far.
Right. She won't. She's never messed with the windows. I don't know that she understands that they even that they open. Oh, cords. If you have little kids, manage your cords. Abby doesn't mess with them. She never has, but she's also not a little kid. She's a big kid.
Yeah, we have to remember when we're doing this video that she's 14, so we have different things in place for a teenager because she's not a little kid anymore.
So some of the toddler things we don't have to worry about, but she is taller than a toddler, so we have to accommodate for that. So the bolt in her closet, so not all this stuff is going to be safety related. I guess there is a dresser in her closet, so she could tip that over. But again, she's not that small, so it's not really going to hurt her. But it's also to stop messes, some of this stuff. It's to keep her out of things.
She would just pull all the clothes out of her closet. It would just be a mess all the time.
So this is the nighttime configuration. Door shut, gate locked. That's what Abby does to wake us up.
Yeah, so she stands here, our bedroom's right there, and she just stands here and yells for me. And I get up and come get her out. Again, she is not going to try to climb over this. She used to years ago when she was younger. So if you have younger kids, it may get better. Just putting that out there. It's going to be a push and pull. And Abby doesn't do the 2 steps very well, like with anything yet.
Well, it's not a light thing to do anyway.
It's not. I mean, it's hard for me.
It takes a little effort.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice gate. I'll link those down below. Anything that you see in this video that we talk about that's like, safety items, I'll link down in the video description if you're interested. But that's got a trigger release on it, and then you have to also lift it. So it's a challenge.
Yeah.
All right, let's head downstairs.
Okay.
Since we're right here, we'll talk about exterior doors. Now, the doors are a little difficult for her to open.
They are.
Which is good. That she gets confused with the locks, and she'll lock one and unlock the other and lock that one back and then unlock the other. And so she struggles with getting out of the doors, which is okay. The back door and then the front door are the two doors that she hasn't eloped out of because she can't figure them out.
Yeah.
But then we have additional safety measures for that. So each door has the door chime on it. So we know when that opens up, somebody's gone out the door.
Right.
So anywhere in the house, we can hear that. So that works really well. I put the chime on the landing. That way we can hear it if we're upstairs or if we're downstairs. And we'll talk more about the alarm in a minute.
So the other cool thing about the front door is that we do have the Ring doorbell. So if someone were to go out, we would also get an alert on our phones to tell us that there's movement at our front door. Then we can pull it up live right on our phone and see what's going on. Thankfully for Abigail, she's super nervous to walk down the stairs because there's no handrail. So again, we're kind of like, that's a good thing. We don't want her to become comfortable with that. She is all about like having that stability, so the front door does not have that.
Right. Okay, kitchen safety. So we have this lock on the fridge, which oftentimes is unlocked when it's just us here.
Yeah.
So that lock, super handy, super cheap. Again, I'll link that down below. It's a great little lock. Just, 2 fingers, squeeze it, open it up, latch it back on there. It's not one-handed, but the little stick-on ones that are, they don't work for Abby. She just pops them off.
Yeah, again, that's something you're going to have to look at. If you have an older child like Abigail who's stronger, that's not going to work for her.
Right.
So.
Oven I do like because you have to push and turn the knobs. So that requires some dexterity that she does not possess. So she's not going to just walk by and turn on the stove. And also it's a glass top. It's not gas, so it's not producing actual flame. Okay, liquor, alcohol. Priscilla, would you make me a drink?
I hit my footstool.
Abby can't reach it either, so that works. It just works well.
It's actually pretty funny because the other day I was like, Isaiah, can you hand me the vodka? I'm like, this is so wrong.
Like, this is backwards
My
parenting.
17-year-old.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
Yeah. So then we have the medicine cabinet. This is the only cabinet in the kitchen that has this lock on it. And again, she doesn't know how to use those. So.
Well, but the problem with the medicine cabinet, or the thing with the medicine, is she does not care about pills.
Nope.
She's never cared about them.
It's my bariatric vitamins because she thinks they're all gummies, so she thinks they're candy.
Yeah.
So thankfully, she got into my B12 and ate almost the whole bottle of it.
Well, we looked it up. There's no issues
can't.
with too much B12.
Yeah, you're good. She's good.
This kid always keeps us. She has us Googling more things than
I know.
I tell you.
The pantry, if you guys have been watching for a while, you know Abigail signs eat 1,000 times a day. And if she had access to this, unfortunately, she would make a huge mess. We are not able to give her just snacks whenever. She likes to dump everything out. And so we do have to have a lock on the pantry.
And there's other stuff in there we wouldn't want her into anyway.
Yeah.
Other than just potato chips and cookies.
Right.
So we have a hotel-style lock. You might be familiar with those if you ever stayed in a hotel with one. But basically, she pulls the door, and it only opens that far. And it lets us know that she's trying to get in the pantry because it's really loud.
Yeah.
But those are really handy. If you have any forward opening door that you want to lock like that, those are awesome. And they mount really easy. Like all this stuff is like a either stick on or screwdriver. We saw some of your concerns about the stairs, the other set of stairs, because they are hardwood. She doesn't wear socks. None of us actually wear socks. So
for Isaiah.
Yeah, so, and he's always has shoes on with the socks. So it's really a non-issue for us.
So this was one of the first things we put on in the house before we even brought Abby over, was this lock for the door. Not really. So Abby can swim. That's not an issue. But she just doesn't understand that you need a bathing suit to go swimming, really, is the biggest thing. We do have a rule, though, that no one swims by themselves. It doesn't matter if it's Isaiah, us, nobody. Because anything can happen. You can hit your head, you can get a cramp, anything can happen, and you could drown. So we have this. Don't worry. I've seen lots of comments. It works. Again, if she were to open it, we would know.
So Abigail has in the past gotten into laundry detergent and dumped it all over the laundry room. She hasn't found it in here yet. She doesn't know where it is. There's a gazillion cabinets in here. We have it hidden over here. Hopefully she doesn't watch this video. But, if we need to put cabinet locks on there, we will. We just don't need to yet. So
yeah, we kind of just,
She doesn't like drinking or anything. She just likes to play in it.
Yeah,
so.
she likes to dump everything.
Oh, the dog food got moved to inside of there because if it's out of sight, it's out of mind. Because you guys know she likes to dump out the dog food and play in it.
But it's funny because she likes to dump out the big container, but she leaves his everyday dog bowl alone.
Yeah.
So
it's not enough to play with. Okay, another door. So this one does have an electronic bolt on it. It's like a smart lock thing, which is super handy for safety because we've had people locked out of the house before. Like Abby has locked respite workers out of the house before, locked my mom out of the house before.
Yeah, years ago.
Yeah, so this one actually has a keypad, so everybody has their own code to get in, which is awesome. We don't even carry a house key with us anymore, so that's really nice. Okay, let's talk about the security system. So we have Ring Security. Amazon owns Ring. I like that. They also own some other things we'll talk about in a second, but I kind of wanted to keep it all in one place as far as like our technology-based safety for Abigail. So we can control our security system through voice or through our phones or right from the keypad. So like we go to bed at night and say we forget to arm the system, we can just say arm Ring for home, okay? And it arms the Ring. So we can do it by voice, we can do it by the keypad, we can do it from our phones, and when you arm it for home, it doesn't turn on the motion sensors, it just turns on the doors. So when the doors open, there's no timer, there's no nothing, it immediately goes off. That's fun, huh?
That is fun.
Nothing like being woke up in the middle of the night. So if she were to open her door, climb the gate, get downstairs, manage to figure out a lock, walk out the door, immediately the alarm's going to go off.
Yeah.
So that's it's like the last line of defense, basically, as far as keeping her in the house. Okay, so if she's already out of the house, let's say we're carrying stuff out to the car and we leave a door open behind us, for example.
Okay.
Okay, so back of the house, this is what we use for an entrance into our house. This is what Abby's most familiar with. This is the way she would go out of the house if she were to leave the house. Mm-hmm. This is the direction she would go in. All the gates take some muscle to get open, so I don't think she would ever even try for it. Just because, like, she can't get it open. She stands there and waits for us to open it.
Yeah.
But if she does come out here, we have cameras on the patio, and we have cameras covering the pool deck. Those cameras have motion detection turned on. If anybody walks through here at all in either the patio out here or the pool deck or even in the pool, if the pool floats by in the pool, I get a notification. Oh look, I just got one on my watch that there was motion either out here or by the pool. So it's a little annoying.
The other day, Maverick was out here, and we were not here, and we had respite here. And Asa was able to call Alexa and tell Alexa to let them know that Maverick needed to be let inside.
Right.
Because he was going back and forth.
So I could see him on the cameras.
So even when we're not here, we can still access everything and it still alerts us, which I love because, say somebody else wasn't as on top of it that day that we are.
So I love that we have like digital and analog security for Abby, old school, like put a lock on it, and then we have this technology that we can use as well to keep her safe, to keep our house safe, to keep everybody safe.
Yep.
If you have gates in your yards, there are gate latches that are readily available for a few bucks, super cheap, that you can throw on a gate. We need to be able to enter and exit through ours because that's how we get into the house. Mm-hmm. So I didn't put those on there, and like I said, she can't open it. I'm trying to think of anything else that like we could help people out with. I guess just keeping things out of reach and making sure you know what your kid is going to tell you.
Yeah, they're going to teach you really quick what they can get in and out of.
Abby always does.
Yeah.
We will do an update later on and say, well, we had to add this because she will teach us a lesson. Without a doubt, on something that we missed.
So if you have younger kids and you do have a pool and you would like to put that fence around it, I do recommend that. I don't think we would have even thought of a pool if Abby wasn't able to swim.
Right.
So that's not a concern of ours. We do make her walk out on the outside of the couches now because, she has jumped in when we're out here.
With her clothes on.
Yeah.
Because it's just a pain to change her a couple times a day. That's the biggest reason.
But yeah, they do have those fences that you can put around the pool. Again, Abby's 14, so she would knock the fence into the pool, I can imagine.
I can't put my mark of approval on the pool sensors, though. I have not found one with good reviews.
Yeah.
Like, I looked those up, and I have not found one that I would say, I would trust my kid's life to this. Like, I think proactive safety measures to keep, if you have a toddler, to keep your child away from that pool is going to be more beneficial. And honestly, a kid can drown in no time.
Yeah.
Like, if they're already in the pool, like, man, you've you do not have a head start on that
So
situation.
try to get them swimming lessons. I know different people offer things. Maybe you can even throw up a couple of links. Those ones that are kind of scary to watch, but it's so necessary.
So
I think,
necessary.
For kids.
Yep.
Little babies and stuff that it's just, but try to be aware of your surroundings at all times. I know it's so hard sometimes to keep these kids safe, but just do your due diligence at being a good parent and keeping your eyes open.
Yep.
But if you're tag teaming, like, make sure that one of you knows that the other one is got it.
Right.
So
it doesn't happen very often where we're like, do you know where Abby is? No,
Yeah.
I don't know where she is. I thought you had. Like, it doesn't happen very often, but it happens,
Yeah.
And understand, if you make mistakes, just fix it.
Yep.
Don't do it again.
Yeah.
Or very often. We're parents. We're always going to make mistakes.
Come on, Mav.
All right, that's it for our safety tour. I hope we helped some people out. And let me know down in the comments what kind of crazy stuff you have to do to your house to keep your kids safe. I would love to hear your ideas. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye. Go down. Go down.
She's like, I'm not doing that.
Go ahead. Go down. Go ahead.
Okay, come on.
Come back. Good job, Ab. Oh, nervous. No handrail. Come on in. Welcome home.